another episode of the Get Into Yoruba podcast. It is me, your host, Lade Janubi, back again with another one. Today I'm here with Sheon, who's going to talk us through yet another wonderful episode. In today's episode, we are going to learn how to say a couple of everyday phrases or sentences, things like that, or polite expressions, that kind of thing. Hi, Sheon, how are you?
Hi, Lade. Hi, listeners. Thank you for having me here again. It's so exciting to be here and to be talking Yoruba with you. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ tẹ́ fi pè mí padà.
Yay, you're welcome. To be fair, how do you say you're welcome? Let's start there. How do you say you're welcome? So someone says thank you. How do you say you're welcome or no problem?
Oh, okay. So to say you're welcome, we typically say kò
Kotokbe.
tọ́pẹ́. Yes, kò
Okay.
Yes, it
Okay.
literally means that literally means it's not up to thanks, right? Or it's
Okay.
fine. Yes,
Oh, I
ish. So
see. I see. I see.
kò
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Kotokbe. Amazing. Look at that. We started strong. We started strong. Okay, cool. Uh do you want me to ask you some, or do you want to start with some that are at the top of your mind, and then I can, because I have a couple everyday phrases that I think the listeners would love to know how to say them. What are your thoughts?
Okay, so I would start with some. I'll
Okay.
start with some really basic ones as well. And then if I've covered some that you want to say, then the rest you can tell me the rest afterwards. All right,
Okay, amazing, amazing, amazing. Let's go.
all right. Let me give like a disclaimer or a caveat to our listeners.
Mhm.
So these phrases are supposed to be said, right? They're not supposed to just be known. Right? You're not supposed to just what's in mobile? Okay, but and then you just keep it. You're supposed to actually say them, right? So
Mhm.
some will sound really basic, but the idea is that you say them every day. So how do you say sorry, right? In Yoruba, you say pele,
Bele,
pele.
bele,
Yes. And then to say thank you in Yoruba, you say eshe.
eshe,
Yes, eshe. It literally means
eshe.
you did it. Um
Oh,
but
I
again
see.
implies it implies that I'm thanking you for doing it. Or yeah, for
I
whatever I was
see.
doing.
I know that Yoruba people use, because even for me, like I know Pele is something that, sorry, is something that you
Mm-hmm.
hear all the time. Also,
Mm-hmm.
similarly, Eshe.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you can also say Oshe. What's the difference? Is it the respect versus the non-respect? What's the difference between? I know some do people say Oshe? Is that a thing? People say that.
Yes, people say Oshi
Okay.
is a thing,
Okay.
and because of how Yoruba has evolved over the years,
Mm,
especially in this social media era, Oshe
mm.
has now even moved on to become like a street slang, right? That could mean so
Okay.
many things. So it could mean like somebody is praising somebody and say Oshe, but it's typically like
Okay.
an appraisal word. Um,
Okay. Yeah,
but
that makes
in
sense.
basic Yoruba, just like you rightly have mentioned, Oshe is used informally, right?
Okay.
So, O, I'm speaking to somebody who I consider as my peer. So Oshe, right, as compared to Eshe, used formally for
Mm,
somebody I consider older. And
mm.
of course, every term or every tense that you can use for someone that is older is also the tense you can use for like plural. So I would not typically say Oshe to five of my friends.
Okay.
I can yeah, I'll say Eshe, right? If they
Okay.
did something jointly together for me. Right. So Eshe can have those two use cases. But I will
Okay.
typically tell people to say the formal one because I mean you're always safe because you don't have to worry about say any of this.
That's
So
true. That's true. So
all right.
if you give me something, you do something for me, I'll say eshe or oshe.
Yes.
But
Yes,
if
yes.
I say eshe, it's just safer. Safer to say eshe to everybody.
It's safer. It's safer,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah, Eshe. And okay, just to put this out there, there's a very little scenario where if most if a younger child is getting a shit from a parent, it feels like, oh, they are being sarcastic with him. Maybe he did
Okay.
something and you're like, ah, a shit. Oh." So it's like
Okay.
they're thanking me with respect. I'm scared. But yeah,
Okay.
but I mean that's just one in
Okay, got it.
in many possibilities, right? And then the
Okay.
response to a shit, just like we said earlier, is kotokwe. That's if you're saying you're
Kotokwe.
welcome. Kotokwe.
Okay.
Kotokwe.
Okay.
Um, another a bit complex version of you're welcome is Aki Dupe ara ẹni.
What? Okay,
Ah,
let's break that
or
down.
Akin Dupe ara ẹni.
Akin dupe ara ẹni.
Now you're sounding like a woman from Ibadan now. That's ah yes,
And what
Akin
does that
Dupe.
mean? Yeah. How do you
Yes.
when you break it down, what does it mean?
So it literally means that you don't give thanks to yourself. So
Okay.
the R is we. Again, Yoruba
Mm-hmm.
people use honorific we in many places, like when they say Adupe.
Mm-hmm.
So Akin, we don't.
Okay.
Do- Yeah,
Akin.
so
Okay.
yes, Akin. Dupe is appreciate. So Akin,
Okay.
Dupe, Ara Eni. Ara is body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eni is a person. But in this,
Okay.
it connotes me as a person. So
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
thank myself majorly. Um,
Okay. So if
yeah,
someone does something for you and you want it to be extra, you could be like Akin dupe ara ẹni.
exactly. I mean, say it flows. Say it flows. Right? Yeah, so Akindupe Araeni is yeah, another variation of saying you're welcome. And I mean, in light of speaking magic words, the way you say please is ejo.
Ejo.
Ejo. Yes, ejo.
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 Mm.
Ejo. So um just like as compared to when thank you. Oshe is informal, then Eshe is formal. For Ejo, if you want to be Ejo is formal already. If you want to be informal about it, it's just Jo.
Jaw.
Yeah, you drop the you just say
Mm. They
Jo.
put that, yeah, you hear that in songs as well.
Yes.
Jaw. You hear that a lot.
Yes. Yes, Jo comes up like when you're yeah in different songs, because again when people are singing they're singing informally, right? So they're getting to
Mm-hmm,
speak to
mm-hmm,
somebody.
mm-hmm.
Yes. So yeah, yeah. Joy is the please. Another magic. What are the magic words now? Please excuse me. Sorry. Thank you. And then there's forgive me. So okay.
Mm.
So let me speak on forgive me first. So for forgive me, um, again, Yoruba is not English, so the way Yoruba people express things is different from the way English people express things. So
Mm-hmm.
ejo is okay. No, that ejo is forgive. Forgive me, or the way we express that is Emma Binu.
Okay. Emma Binu.
Yes, Emma Binu.
Emma Binu.
Nice, Emma
Okay.
Binu.
Emma
Yes, Emma.
Binu.
Yes.
Okay. So
Um.
that's like if you do something to someone, like I don't know, like I break your vase or your cup, I break something in your house, I'll be like, Emma Binu, because I'm saying
Yeah.
like forgive me.
Yes.
Fair
Um.
enough.
Although it literally means don't be upset.
Mm,
Right. Yes. To binu is to be upset.
okay.
Yeah. The breakdown of that term binu is like saying you're you're betting your inside, or you're giving birth to inside.
Fair
Yes.
enough. Fair enough.
It's pretty descriptive. So binu, yes, Emma binu. If you
Emma
say
Binu.
Emma binu see me.
Okay, don't be like, upset with
Upset.
me.
Yes, yes. So don't be
Okay.
upset at me. Emma Binu see me. If you say Emma Binu see one, don't be upset at them.
At them. Emma Binu
Yes,
Siwo.
Yeah, so that's like you're
Interesting.
apologizing on someone's behalf,
Okay, so
right?
the magic, what did you call them? The magic words.
Word, yes.
Please,
Uh,
thank you,
yeah, please
sorry.
excuse me, thank you, sorry. Um, please excuse me, sorry, thank you. Then the last one is forgive me.
And what is excuse me?
Yes, so excuse me. So excuse me as a the Yoruba one I'm going to give now is not used as often, right?
Mm,
But it still has like every yeah, it's still very, very, very much conventional, right? But again, it's not used as
okay.
often as the other ones. So but in for forgive me, you say Eshe fumi. Excuse me.
Is that excuse me?
Yes. Excuse me. Eshe fumi.
Eshe, Eshefumi. And what's the
Yes.
context? Like, how would you use that? Is it used because you know, excuse me, even in English, can be used in different ways. You could be saying excuse me like, oh, someone's in your way, excuse me, or you could be saying
Mhm.
excuse me like, excuse me, when you're offended, like when someone is, I don't know, offending you. So when excuse me in Yoruba, how is that used? What's the context?
Okay. So it is the first one, right, that you mentioned, right? Because she is like she is still do, right?
Mm,
So but the statement is implying like make way for me, right? So it is more of the
okay,
first one that excuse me, which it really is
okay,
the first excuse me. So the other
okay.
excuse me is invented like I don't know when it was invented. How was it? Yes.
Yeah, that's
So
true. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
yeah.
So you're in a crowded space and you want people to like get out your way, you'd say eshe fumi,
Yes, yes, you
right?
say Eshifumi. Yes.
Okay. Nice, 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 nice.
Although in speaking again, be, more conventionally used, what people will say more is like ejo, 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 or they'll say ejo mo fe koja.
Okay, okay. So eshe fumi is it more formal?
Yeah, is more traditional. Let me use that word
Okay,
than formal, right? Because ejo is also
okay.
formal.
So
Yeah.
it's more traditional. But if you're in Lagos and people want to say excuse me, for the most part, they're just saying Ejo kind of thing. Or
Yes,
they're saying
ejo.
Ejo Mufe Koja. Is that what you said? I want
Yes,
to
ejo mo fe
pass?
koja. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, exactly.
Okay. 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 That's interesting. So
Mm-hmm.
let's do a little recap of the magic words we've done so far. We've done please, which is ejo, or
Nice.
jaw if you're being, you know, with your
Informal.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We've done thank you, which is eshe or
Nice.
oshe, but eshe to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
We've done sorry, which is bele.
Mm-hmm.
We've done excuse me, which is eshe fumi if you're being traditional. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're in Lagos, you're trying to get through the crowds, you can
Mm-hmm.
say ejo mufekoja. And that's like
Yes.
basically, excuse me, I want to pass. Like, I want to,
Like,
please, I want to get through.
mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm missing one.
Forgive me. Forgive me.
Forgive me. Yes, forgive me is Emma Binu. If you want to
Yes.
say, don't be upset with me, you can say, Emma Binu, see me. If you want to
Mm-hmm.
say, don't be upset with them, you say,
Mm-hmm.
Emma Binu, see one.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Woo! Amazing. That was good. That's, love that.
Okay.
Love that.
Okay.
Love
Okay.
that. Let me ask you a couple of sort of top questions or things that I feel like might be helpful for people to know how to say, you know,
Mm-hmm.
immediately. How do you
Okay.
say I don't know? So for example, someone says someone in Yoruba comes and is like Kilorukwe, maybe you don't understand and you just want to be like I don't know. I guess it's different things. I don't know is one, I don't understand is another. So
Yes.
first, how do we say I don't know? Like I don't know.
No, okay. So now that is with the knowledge that you understand what the person is saying,
Yes,
but
yes.
then yeah, yeah. So to say I don't know, you will say mi o mo.
Mi ò mọ̀.
Yes, mi ò mọ̀.
Okay.
Yes, mi ò
Okay.
mọ̀.
Mi ò
To
mọ̀.
more is to know. So mi ò mọ̀.
Mi ò
Yes.
mọ̀. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you say I don't understand, i.e., someone has said something to me and I literally don't know what you're like, I don't understand what you're saying. How do I say
Mm-hmm.
that?
Yeah. So that one is also like three words. You say koye mi.
Koyemi.
Yes, koye mi.
Okay.
To ye is to understand. Um, that literally that statement, if I'm going to put it in English, it literally means
Mhm.
it doesn't understand me.
Okay. fair,
So
fair enough.
yeah. So koyemi. Koyemi is the way we say that.
Koyemi.
Mm-hmm.
Koyemi. So if someone came to speak to me, let's say I'm a Yoruba beginner, I've wowed them because I've come into the room and I've been like, Carol, and I've said Ejo, and I've said all these things. So now they obviously think I'm a native. And then they come and they start saying all these things to me, and I have to be like, oh, Koyemi, I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you say Akidupe Araini. Ah. You set you you set yourself up. So when they say
Ex-
that, they say, ah, koyemi o.
no, exactly.
Ah. Yeah,
Exactly. Okay.
yeah.
So these are key things to know. How do I then also say, how do I say? So, for example, I'm in Lagos, I'm trying to practice my Yoruba, and I'm speaking to someone. I want to be like, how do I say X? How do I say in Yoruba?
Okay. So you say báwo ni màá ṣe sọ, right?
Báwo ni màá ṣe sọ?
Yes. So báwo ni màá
Okay.
ṣe sọ, báwo ni màá ṣe sọ book ní Yorùbá?
Okay. Báwo ni màá ṣe sọ book ní Yoruba or whatever. Báwo ni màá
Yes.
ṣe sọ handbag ní Yoruba. So that's a
Mm-hmm.
helpful phrase because when we want to practice our Yoruba, we want to maybe you just want to be in the Yoruba flow. So you want to be able
Mm-hmm.
to ask questions even in Yoruba. So báwo ni màá ṣe sọ. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be using that when I'm asking you the rest of the questions. Báwo ni màá
Okay.
ṣe sọ um long time no see. Like I have a friend, I haven't seen you in a while, and I'm like, oh my gosh, long time no
Mm-hmm.
see. How do báwo ni màá ṣe sọ long time no see?
Okay, so you can say ó tójọ́ mẹ́ta o, right?
Oto hmm?
Ó ó tójọ́ mẹ́ta o.
Otojo meta o.
Nice. Ó tójọ́ mẹ́ta o. Uh, another
Otojo
one
meta
that
o.
another one that is that one usually said that one usually said, and maybe these two statements can even be said first. So the one that can actually be said first, you say ẹ kú ijọ́ mẹ́ta.
Ekujo meta.
Yes, ẹ kú ijọ́ mẹ́ta, ẹ kú ijọ́ mẹ́ta. So
Ekujo meta.
walking on the streets of Lagos or New York, and then I run into Ladi and I'm like, wow, Otojo Meta. Oh, sorry, Ekujo Meta. Then, or I can say Otojo
Ekujo
Meta.
meta. And what's
Yes.
the difference between the two? Like, what do they mean differently?
So, Otojo Meta means it's been up to 3 days. The 3 days is idiomatic, or it expresses a long time. Then
Okay.
Eku Ijometa is like saying happy 3 days. So
Okay.
um Utojometa is, there's a very, very like thin difference between them. They really are the same thing, but there's a very
Okay.
thin difference in the use case. That's why I say in a statement, both of them can be used, right? So Utojometa is more, I'm saying, oh, it's been a while that we have seen. Ekujometa is like, oh, happy long time no see, right? So that one agrees more with the long time no see statement, right?
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just that very little difference between
Okay.
them.
So,
Right?
as a listener, if in doubt, just use the one you remember in the moment, right? So either Ekujo
Ekujometa,
meta or
yes, or
Utojo
Ekujometa,
meta.
yes. Yes.
Nice, 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 nice. I'm trying to think. Are there any off the top of my? Ooh. What might be help people? Someone might want to say. You
Mm-hmm.
want to say, "Where is the bathroom?" Like, "Where's the toilet?" How do you say that? You might want to ask somebody, "Where is the toilet?"
Okay. Um. So again, I'm thinking of the like regular vocabulary that Yoruba people will use
Yeah,
and how we
yeah,
express things. And
yeah.
a constant disclaimer we always shout is that Yoruba is not English, so we will not say it exactly the way English
Okay,
people will say it. So um you could either one express your desire to maybe want to use the bathroom. So
okay.
if you say mofeto, right? Mofeto, right? Which means I want to
Perfecto.
ease. Yes, so I want to ease myself. So mofeto.
Okay,
So that's one way. Um Another, but if I'm trying to say where is the bathroom as a thing,
mm.
it could be more like um níbo ni ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ wà?
Wow, that sounds like a lot of
Traditional.
words.
Níbo, is where, níbo ni,
Nibo, Niboni,
yes, ilé
Ile,
ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀,
Igbonse,
yes, wà.
Wa.
So níbo ni ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ wà?
Niboni Ile Igbonse wa.
Yes.
Okay.
Igbonse is literally to shake your leg, which is a very interesting um way to connote, yes, the
Fair
feeling of
enough.
relieving yourself. The
Fair enough.
another way to say, let's assume that you're actually maybe visiting at a friend's place and
Mm-hmm,
you want to know
mm-hmm,
where the bathroom is, right?
mm-hmm,
You can also say, maybe particularly for the purposes of maybe having your bath or taking a shower,
mm-hmm,
you can literally
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
say níbo ni balùwẹ̀ wà?
Niboni, what was
Ba
that word?
balùwẹ̀.
Balue. That means bathroom, like to
Yes,
shower.
yes.
Okay. Niboni balue wa.
Nice, 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 nice,
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have a lot of variations. You can be very direct and say mufeto, which sounds very
Mm-hmm.
direct. I don't think I would
Mm-hmm.
say that one. You could also say niboni ile something. I forgot the word.
Ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀. Ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀.
Niboni ile igbosewa. And
Mm-hmm.
that is very traditional. Where is the toilet, bathroom, whatever you want to call it? Or you
Mm-hmm.
could say, this is if you're in a friend's house and you want to shower, you could say niboni balue wa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, I,
Options.
I'm thinking more in, like, I'm thinking culturally and being a Yoruba person.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, maybe if you're in another setting, another country, another city, another state, maybe saying Nibo Nibaluwewa could even imply where is the bathroom, or any Yoruba person you
Okay.
say it to in that setting will understand, oh, this is
Yeah.
what you want, right? If I'm at
Okay.
a restaurant, right, and somebody's asking me Nibo Nibaluwewa, I don't think they want to take a shower. I think they want to use the restroom.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
I'll show them the way to the restroom. So any one of these that you say really can be helpful. So it's just setting the context around it to
The
understand what it
context.
really means. So if you say it in different settings, it could pass the message.
Okay, amazing, amazing. That sounds good. Um, right now, off the top of my head, those are my initial everyday phrases or helpful phrases to know at this
Mm-hmm.
stage. Let's do a brief recap for the listeners, and if we think about more, I'm sure we could do a part two at some point. But
Yeah.
I feel like we've learned a lot. Let's do a recap. We started with the magic words,
Yeah.
please, which is ejo, thank
Yeah.
you, which is eshe,
Mm-hmm.
forgive me, which is emabinu,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, which is Eshifumi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
And see, I know there's five. What's the fifth one? I forget.
Yeah, so the fifth one, no, it was,
Bele is sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Bele,
Yeah,
that's sorry.
sorry.
Yeah. So those are the magic words. You're always going to need those when you're navigating. We also want to know the additional top up ones that we learned. So if someone asks you a question, you don't know the answer, they say kilo feijão, and you say I don't know. I don't know what I want to eat. You say
Mm-hmm.
miumo. That means I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You if someone asks you a question, oh my gosh, what was that complicated? What was that kiniara? What's that ara?
Okay.
What is that?
As which, for which of the statements now?
It was one of the magic word. No, it was like you're welcome. You're welcome, right? So we said that you're
Okay.
welcome is regularly kotope, but then if you're trying to be extra, you could say what's it again?
It
Koni
starts it starts with a, Aki.
akin dupe niara. Is that what it
Okay.
is? Is that correct or alright?
I, now you're laughing. No, exactly. Akidupe Araeni. Yes. Akidupe
Akin
Araeni.
Akin dupe alright. So that's
Yes.
the complicated you're welcome, which in case it's not obvious, I probably will never use because I can't remember it. But now anyway. Um so yeah, if you throw that out there and then people think you're a native and they start saying other things to you and you don't understand what they're saying, you'll say koyemi. That means I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also learn how to ask where's the bathroom,
Yeah.
which you could say in a number of ways. You could be very direct. You could say mofeto, which basically means I need to pee, essentially. You could
Mm-hmm.
say um, niboni ile
You're on the right
ile
track. I
ile iges
Igbon se.
igbonse.
Yes.
Niboni ile igbonse wa. So that
Nice.
also means where's the toilet?
Mm-hmm.
Or you could say niboni baluwe wa. And that's
Nice.
like bathroom. And
Mm-hmm.
bathroom in the shower sense, but depending on the context, could mean like people will know what you're asking for.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was it. Was there anything else that we covered?
Okay. I don't know if I've mentioned Miyomo, right? For the I don't know.
Miumo. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Miumo. So that's another one. So yeah, those are the first set of helpful phrases that I think everyone should know just off the top of their heads, and they don't fit cleanly into one specific category of topic. It's just a helpful thing that we should know. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's it for today's episode, I believe. Sharon, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to add like two more phrases, and just simple ones, right? Because I just believe in
Okay.
the ones that are simple. So
Okay.
the Yoruba people have a greeting for saying welcome. So when somebody walks into the house,
Okay.
there's a specific greeting for that, right? Just like English
Okay.
people have welcome. However, as compared to in English, there is supposed to be a separate set greeting for the person who is told welcome, right? Maybe they are not supposed to just
Okay.
say thank you, right? So
Okay.
if um I'm going to visit Lade and Lade is home
Mm-hmm.
and or I come into our house, she'll say a cabo.
A cabo.
Yes, a cabo. That's
A cabo.
good coming. Yes.
Good coming.
Yeah, exactly. Now I am supposed to respond and say ekule.
Ekule.
Yes, ekule. Ekule. That means
Ekule.
yes, good being at home, right?
Okay. Okay.
uh I always make
Okay.
a joke that my mom always my mom tried once to give it a English meaning because there's no English equivalent. And she says that since a cowboy is welcome, then Ekule has to be well at home. And we have always joked about it. Okay, well, I mean, it really passes the idea that's what it
Yeah,
means,
yeah,
right? You're greeting the
yeah.
person for being at home. So
That's
it
nice.
it will be deemed, um should I say, disrespectful or offensive if someone tells you a cabo and you don't see a coolie back, right?
Okay, okay, good to know. So you go to someone's house, they say a cabo, and you say ekule
Yes, you say a
to be
coolie.
because you need to. We all want to be polite. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. 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 And interesting enough, you don't have to wait for the person to say a cabo, right? So you can
Okay, you
enter
can
and
just say
say
ekule.
yes, a coolie,
That's nice.
right? Yes, and then the person has to respond and say cabo. So you can go either which way. Yes.
Nice, nice. That is good to know. That is good to know. Amazing. So there's a two bonus phrases for you.
Yeah.
Amazing, perfect. Thank you so much, Sharon, yet again. As we say, oh my god, I was meant to say at the start of the episode. I keep forgetting. Like the gosh, like the Insta page and comment and subscribe and
Mm-hmm.
reach out to Sharon for one-on-one lessons. Go to our Instagram page. We have his details in the highlights. It says tutors. You can find his details there. It's super important that as well as listening to this to get your top ups and to get your practice in, you are also having one on one lessons to really dig deep and learn more in a very personal way. So please do reach out to him. You can find us on Instagram and soon to be TikTok, I believe, at Get Into Yoruba. We are on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram. Find us. You'll find Shion on our page as well. And yeah, amazing. We look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you so much for listening. We hope that you learned a lot. What is the something? I feel like you told me, what is um by Odabo, right?
Odabo, yes, Odabo.
Exactly. I should be ending my episodes with Odabo instead of bye.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna change my ways. Sean, do you have anything any farewell words to say to the people?
Yeah, is in terms of one of the key characteristics for just developing your Yoruba proficiency. Because I know most of our listeners here want to do that. It is just be confident, right? Just be confident. Do not mind somebody saying, "Oh, your Yoruba sounds this way," or sounds so. Don't mind the person. Just be confident and say your Yoruba, right? So all these things I've learned, just try to say it in everyday use cases. It gets to just stick more the more that you use it. So yeah, good luck to everybody. I hope that you all get it in there. Ekushe.
Likewise. Thanks everyone. Odabo. Catch you on the next one.